Hey, that's Mike and Holly, Alex, Eddie, and Chelsea.
Is it good? So I went and it's early. I went and got us our breakfast.
Who wants a free bite?
Chelsea, don't drop it. Don't drop it. All she has talked about is how she wanted a cinnamon bun. And she said, Mommy, I went down to the lobby. Everything is like pre-packaged, is the packaged stuff.
I just got some in my hair on accident.
Oh no, it's so good you got it in your hair.
No.
All she could talk about was how she wanted a cinnamon bun. This cinnamon bun, woo, they delivered. It is the size of her face. It's so big. I was like, oh my gosh. So naturally we were like, you need to eat something healthy with it. So she's had a banana and Daddy took a few bites of it. So yeah, they had muffin, blueberry muffin. Michael had some like whole grain, boring old cereal, which was perfect for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
Well, but
It's total.
I figured that would be what you would want of all the stuff that they had down there because it was the healthiest.
Breakfast anyways.
That was the healthiest thing they had, and yogurt, and I got breakfast sandwiches and muffins for everybody and everything. So breakfast is served. I worked so hard over breakfast. I walked down to the lobby. Who's ready to go see Grandpa? Grandpa! All this one can talk about. Going to see Grandpa. So we're gonna pop over to Michael's dad's for a little bit. We actually brought some of our stuff in the big totes. So we're gonna take them to his house. And it's just like less to have to load up in the pod and move. And it's kind of like some stuff that's meaningful, like Michael has some Lego sets in there that he really likes and that sort of thing. So we wanted to just go ahead and get it up here so that it's here. And this girl is ready, this guy's ready. Eddie, we, with the hotel, with the pets and everything, you can have them here, but you can't leave them here alone during the day. And Eddie's fine in the car. He'll probably whine a little bit more today because we're gonna be in and out of the car instead of just like driving. But anyway, it is what it is. So you want to go see Grandpa too? I think everybody's ready to go. Let's go walk Eddie first. You guys, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Chelsea is full on. This is just in the back of our hotel. I said, look at the big trees. They look like, they're evergreens. They look like Christmas trees. And then there's these bright colored. I just took Chelsea's picture. I'll probably post that on Instagram. It's blue. Wow, it's blue. I'm guessing it's an evergreen, but I could be wrong. It could be a blue spruce or something. Funny story. I could take my mask off, but my hands are full. When I was a kid, my parents, when we went to Iowa to visit family, they tried to bring home a blue spruce because my mom loved blue spruces. So they tried to bring it home from Iowa down to Florida to plant it. It did not survive. It was just funny because she was like, it was little. And she's like, I'm gonna try to plant it in Florida. My poor mom. We could actually have one of those in our yard. Look at, oh gosh, I just love these big red, bushy things. Look at, oh, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh. It's ginormous and it's bright red and just, oh, I just love it. Going in. So Daddy has got the heat on and we're like roasting.
It's 41.
It's 41 degrees. Chelsea and I were like, we're hot. So he cracked open the windows. How crazy is it that 41 degrees and we're complaining that we're hot? But it's because he's got the heat on. And I was gonna take off my jacket, but. Okay, so you guys, we went over and visited with Grandpa for a little bit. And so that was nice. And now we're going to look at our first house, which coincidentally happens to be the one I think that we like the most. So it could very well be that we could try to buy the very first house that we see.
Yeah, we're not gonna vlog in there though because
people live there.
Yeah, so privacy stuff. I think there is one house that's empty that maybe we'll vlog in.
Yeah.
Because it's empty. Nobody's actually
so
in there.
If houses are occupied for privacy reasons, we can't film in them in the houses. Totally makes sense. We probably wouldn't want anybody to do that in our house, I guess. So anyway, if we can, if a house is empty and we're able to show it, we will. But we have what, 4 houses to see?
I think.
We think there's 4. So, and we think at least one of them's empty, but we're just waiting on the realtor because we're on time and he's running late. So we're just parked and waiting and watching the leaves fall. Okay guys, we just looked at the first house, which we really thought we were gonna like, and have decided no. It wasn't really what we were hoping it was gonna be, and so we're just gonna go on to the next one. It's fine, we have some more to look at, but we're just feeling a little disappointed because we really thought like this could be it. This could be the one.
It could be, but you're gonna
it could be
a lot of elbow grease into it.
It needs a lot of
Money.
deep cleaning, painting, all new flooring, money. It needs a lot of everything. So it could be perfect for us if we put all that time and money into it, and it's just not gonna happen for that house. So anyway, we're moving on to the next house, and maybe that one will be a little bit better or a lot better. So we just got done looking at the second house. I like the house, but I don't. It's weird. I like the house, but we would need to put in new flooring and paint, which we figure on that anyway. The kitchen needs a little updating. So online, the yard looked bigger than it was, and in person, the yard was like, there was like a hill behind you, so it goes up. So you go out the door onto a deck, and then your yard goes up. And so it would be, we were trying to figure out like where we would put Chelsea's swing set, where she could run around and play, where Eddie could run around, that sort of thing. It's not off the list, like it's still a possibility, but we're just not like thrilled by it, so we'll see. And now we're off to the next house. Just got done seeing another house. It had the most amazing basement, like finished out basement. The backyard was pretty nice. It was sloped, which is a little tricky because we want to have a swing set and the kids, you know, the dog run around outside. The upstairs, like the main living space, the bedrooms were small, the bathrooms were small, tiny, and but there was a third bathroom in the basement, in the finished basement, which was nice. So there were things about it that we really did like a lot, but
Not the most important things.
not the most important things, like the basement.
Small things that
So like the kitchen and the living room were just like kind of weird, and there was like walls in places that we didn't feel like should be walled off, and it was just kind of awkward. But, and like I said, once you put Chelsea's bed in her bedroom, there wouldn't be a whole lot more room for anything else. So kind of small bedrooms. Could make up for it with the living space downstairs, but we also found out that there's multiple offers on the house, and so we'd have to compete for a house that we're not sure that we're crazy about. So that one's probably off the list. We have one more to look at today, right?
Yep.
And that's it.
Okay.
Did we buy a house today?
No, I guess one foot closer, 2 steps closer. What is that called?
One step forward,
1 step forward.
5 steps back.
Well, yeah.
Oh golly. So we looked at 4 houses today, and all of them were just like, no. Like,
Yeah.
we just, you know, we're kind of in a hurry because we have to be out of our house in a week, but we don't want to rush into buying a house that's not fit for us. And none of them were, either they weren't fit for us, or in order to get them to be fit for us, we'd have to spend a ton of money and time, and then we'd be like over a budget. And it was just, none of them were just like, yeah, like, okay, we could even remotely like live with this and be okay.
So right now, I know in here and even back in Florida, houses are selling. Like, I mean,
Market.
2 of the houses we went to look at today came on the market last night, and they are both being sold today. So less than 24 hours, a house goes up for sale, and it's already under contract, sold
With
to somebody else.
Multiple
Right.
offers.
Well, yeah.
2 out of the 4. So 2 of them were just posted yesterday or last night. Late last night, one of them posted, and I got on the phone, or I got on the email with the realtor, and I was like, can we see this one? And he's like, yeah, he got us into it. But the other 2 had just hit the market and had multiple offers, and you had to submit your offers tonight. Like, they expected us, if you want this house, you need to put in your offer tonight, like right now. And we were like, no, we're not ready to do that. And
Well, no. We're ready to do that.
no, we're ready
but
to do it, but it
we
wasn't
weren't,
the right
like,
house.
Yeah, neither one of the houses we weren't crazy about. So
None of them. So, well, actually, that's not true. The very first house required the most work. It was pretty bad. Like, we would have to spend a lot of time
Okay.
on a house. But
when you say pretty bad, it wasn't like a rundown shack no, it just
it needed
like
all painted.
it needed everything needed updating. The carpets, the wood floors needed to be refinished. Paint throughout the whole house.
And we're talking like high
New,
ceiling paint.
I mean, the master bath was nice, but it needed to all be redone. You could tell it was aged.
What?
So like the house I think was built in 1995, and I don't think had been updated since 1995.
No.
Everything was that old on it.
No, and it was like, I don't know. It would have taken a lot of time, money, work for us to get it to where we would and be able to enjoy the house. And the thing with most of them is like the yard.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You can't change the yard. There's no changing it. And basically it was like you walk out the door, there's a little deck, and then it turns into kind of like wetlands, I guess it
Yeah.
is. So it was almost like a swamp, which is so weird. We're from Florida. Moving
Well,
from
yeah,
Florida,
it's not,
we didn't want
not
like
the same thing though.
but that's
It's
what
not.
it was like.
It's wetlands, not a swamp.
Okay, it's wetlands. But it wasn't a yard.
No.
There was no yard. And two of them were like that. There was just no yard at all. So
When I walked into that house, I was like, oh my gosh, this is my dream house. But then when I saw like all the dead bugs in the basement,
Yeah.
Chelsea was
There were
quite
some
bothered by the dead
bugs
bugs
in the basement.
But and I was kind of too. But yeah, we just didn't find the one, guys, and
Nope.
so we're just kind of like thinking we're probably going to end up having to rent something until
the market, gets
settles
figured out. Yeah.
Or if maybe once we're here, we're able to jump on a house. If the right one comes along, maybe we can jump on it fast. I don't know. It's all still up in the air and kind of tricky. But it looks like we're probably gonna end up renting for
Yep.
now. So, but Michael did find a nice rental house for us. So there's that at least. I was like, it's too bad that one's not for sale.